Hello, and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. On the daily chart, we can observe a structure we've discussed previously. The white count remains my preferred scenario on the daily time frame. According to this scenario, a larger degree wave 4 concluded in June 2022. We are now tracking an ending diagonal to the upside within a larger degree fifth wave, which is part of an even larger fifth wave. This suggests that we are moving upwards and are currently working on wave 3 of 5. Before the bull market top is established, we should ideally see one more high to complete wave 3, followed by a higher low in wave 4, which could be a significant correction in terms of duration. Subsequently, we should see one more push to the upside in wave 5, potentially reaching the 8K to 12K region. Currently, there is some ambiguity regarding whether we are still in the third wave or forming the final wave, which is circle wave 5 of C of 3. If it's the latter, we should expect another move possibly close to the all-time high before wave 4 begins. Zooming in, I interpret that the fourth wave of wave C of 3 might have completed on April 13th. However, I am not fully convinced of this, so I remain open to other possibilities. To maintain this perspective, I need to see a support area hold on the smaller time frame, suggesting we could already be in the fifth wave upwards. A key target is $4,400, representing the 100% extension of wave 1, an ideal target for a fifth wave. While further extensions are possible, this level is crucial, with the all-time high targets around $4,860 to $4,870, and then $5,166. On the smaller time frame, Ether has performed well, rallying in wave 3. I currently assume that circle wave 3 has finished, and from the swing low formed on April 13th, an ending diagonal is forming. This 5-wave move is an ending diagonal. Returning to the daily chart, the wave degrees appear different due to the long-term history displayed, but it reflects the same pattern starting from the April 13th low, forming an ending diagonal in circle wave 5. This is the idea I am currently tracking, though it could always change based on new data. Certainly, here's a more polished version of the transcript. Hello, and welcome to another update video about Ethereum. On the daily chart, we can observe a structure we've discussed previously. The white count remains my preferred scenario on the daily time frame. According to this scenario, a larger degree wave 4 concluded in June 2022. We are now tracking an ending diagonal to the upside within a larger degree fifth wave, which is part of an even larger fifth wave. This suggests that we are moving upwards and are currently working on wave 3 of 5. Before the bull market top is established, we should ideally see one more high to complete wave 3, followed by a higher low in wave 4, which could be a significant correction in terms of duration. Subsequently, we should see one more push to the upside in wave 5, potentially reaching the 8K to 12K region. Currently, there is some ambiguity regarding whether we are still in the third wave or forming the final wave, which is circle wave 5 of C of 3. If it's the latter, we should expect another move possibly close to the all-time high before wave 4 begins. Based on this assumption, a support area for wave 4 is between $3,280 and $3,644. Within this fourth wave, we're likely moving in the C wave. The third wave did what it needed to do, though it could have pushed a little higher. What it did reach was probably just a high B wave because it missed the next ideal upside Fibonacci level. The movement to the downside looks choppy, and I currently assume this is a C wave within the already unfolding fourth wave. Please bear in mind, and this applies to Bitcoin as well, it is possible that this yellow wave 4 is actually unfolding as an Elliott wave triangle. If it's an Elliott wave triangle, the price should stay above the swing low from May 23rd, around $3,530. Note that this A-wave low might differ slightly across exchanges, so it's best to check for accuracy. As long as we hold the $3,280 level, I'm looking for one more push higher, possibly to $4,400 or above. It's also possible that the market reacts to this white target area, which is based on Fibonacci extensions from the initial length of the A wave compared to the C wave, pointing towards $3,567 to $3,331. This range isn't necessarily super reliable, but it's the best we have during a correction, so it's worth watching. Additionally, there is some Fibonacci confluence around $3,470. That's my update about Ethereum. If you like the update, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. If you really enjoy the content, consider joining the channel membership. Also, follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye. Regarding XRP, over the past 2 months, 110 million XRP coins have been accumulated. It's not surprising that there's a lot of news about XRP lately as it re-enters the spotlight. Realistically, the coin just needs to pass the $1 mark to potentially skyrocket. However, the SEC, with its arguably corrupt practices, has kept the coin's price relatively stable over the past 4 to 5 years. Corruption tends to have that effect. Moving on, the world's largest settlement system, the Depository Trust and Clearing Corporation, DTCC, and blockchain Oracle Chainlink have wrapped up a pilot program with several major U.S. banking firms to enhance traditional finance fund tokenization. Years ago, Chainlink was touted as the saving grace of the blockchain world, capturing the hearts of many. However, it hasn't been in the news much over the past few years, not even in whale news or accumulation updates. This recent news is the first mention of Chainlink that I can recall in a long time. Chainlink essentially links different blockchains, facilitating the exchange of information across them. Back in 2016, 2017, and 2018, there were ambitious ideas about enabling not the merging of all blockchains, but their intercommunication. One notable concept was the idea of atomic swaps. For example, if you were using Litecoin and walked into a store that only accepted Cardano, Chainlink would allow you to seamlessly swap your Litecoin for Cardano without any hassle. While this was a significant aspect of Chainlink's vision, most recent news revolves more around information sharing rather than facilitating such swaps. Additionally, a blast from the past is the idea of tokenizing everything. This intense concept suggested that every asset should be tokenized, allowing for fractional ownership. For instance, back in 2018 and 2019, there were reports of expensive artworks, like Picasso's and other high-value paintings, being fractionalized and tokenized on blockchains. This allowed individuals who couldn't afford millions of dollars for an entire painting to own a fraction of it for a smaller investment, such as $5,000. The idea of fractional ownership extends beyond art to other assets, like real estate. The concept, which gained attention around 2018 and 2019, proposed that even if you couldn't afford an entire house, you could buy a fraction of it. This approach was marketed as a way to make high-value assets accessible to smaller investors. However, it also highlighted the increasing inaccessibility of these assets to everyday people, promoting the idea that while direct ownership might be out of reach, fractional ownership could be a viable alternative. This recent news about Chainlink and the broader concept of tokenization reflects the ongoing evolution and challenges in the blockchain and finance industries. Whether or not these ideas will ultimately benefit the average person remains a topic of debate. It's fascinating to see altcoin news resurfacing over